Good morning, everyone, from the Antarctica. Okay, it's not that bad. It was cold last night. It's cold now, but I was pretty warm in the sleeping bag and tent with my hat and gloves and puffy, and inside my magma 15-degree bag. It's windy outside, too. You can hear it. I've heard it since about midnight. Just blowing pretty hard, but the spot that I ran into to set the tent up, the trees are blocking it. The tent's not even moving, so it worked out really good. But I suppose I should get up and get on the trail. It's about 6:30. It's going to get cold out there as soon as I get out of this bag, though. I'm going to have to go fast, but I'm going to get some coffee and maybe some donuts and hit the trail. Good sleep last night. I slept really good, actually. Woke up around midnight, stayed awake for a while, and fell back to sleep till about 5, and kind of been in and out of it from 5 till now, so not that you care. But I slept good, so that's a good thing. Now it's time to get on the trail and wear myself out. All right, let's do it. Talk about taking your sweet time. That took me about an hour and a half to take things down, roll myself out of my bag, eat my donuts, make some coffee. I was moving slow. Not for a bad reason, not because I was tired or just having trouble getting out. Just, I don't know, guess I wasn't in a rush. Looking at the weather and, researching the 25 miles ahead of me and then up into North Carolina. Just getting a good idea for everything. And next thing I know, wow, it's an hour and a half since I finally decided to wake up. Like I said, it kind of goes back in and out from like 5 till 6 or 6:30 or whatever it was. But since I've been awake, it's been an hour and a half. Finally got everything done and ready to go, and got the layers off I want off, and now I'm on the trail. But I don't know, I might be stopping somewhere today. I wasn't planning on stopping until North Carolina, but it looks like the weather changed a little bit. It looks like there's a chance of rain this afternoon and then throughout the night. Not a lot of rain. It looks like it's very light. However, I'm not worried about it in the afternoon. But if it's raining throughout the night and getting down to 20, which, by the way, it did get down to 20 last night. I looked at my thermometer after that first clip, and it was 20 degrees. And I'm telling you, it doesn't feel anything like a couple nights ago with 20 degrees. And I think it was just a lot drier, which is a lot more comfortable and easy to take than when it's a humid 20, and especially if you're getting condensation in the tent. So I think that was a big difference. So if it's 20 and dry, I'm happy, but I digress back to what I'm talking about. If it's raining throughout the night and 20 degrees, that's going to be bitter cold. It's going to freeze. It's going to be ice. And I don't know. I'm going to keep a look on it, to look out to see. I could probably use a resupply before North Carolina. So I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear today. I know right now I'm kind of on the easiest section of Georgia. And then here in about 7-8 miles is the toughest section of Georgia, where you go over Trey Mountain and so forth. Basically, if I went all the way to Dix Creek today, which is where Around the Bend Hostel is, that would be 23 miles and about 6,000 of elevation. Which 6,000 of elevation, isn't, that's a good day for sure, but it's definitely not doable. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's doable, in other words. I guess that would have been the easier way to say that. It's morning, what can I say? Excuse me. But I'm going to figure out what I want to do. There's a Green Dragon hostel up here, and then an Around the Bend hostel up here that I can stay at tonight if I decide to do that. And then head from there to Franklin, North Carolina, which would be basically 2 to 3 days. And do it that way, but I don't know. I'll play it by ear. The weather might change again. It's always keeping an eye on that weather is very important out here. See what it's doing. I always look at the weather and the radar. And I actually find that looking at Google weather is pretty darn accurate. I mean, to the time of when it's going to rain and what hours it's going to rain in a certain area. All you have to do in Google is put in the closest mountain, the highest elevation that's near you, and say, what's the weather? Then you know that's going to be the worst weather. That's what I do, and it's pretty darn accurate. So I do want to correct something from yesterday. It was the trail, the app I use for elevation, I use Far Out for navigation, and I use All Trails to keep track of my elevation and miles and everything. It was doing something funky yesterday, and it didn't feel like I did 6,000 feet, because that usually has a certain feeling. I don't care if it's 20 miles or 30 miles. If you do 6,000 feet of elevation, you feel that more than the miles, at least I do. Not that it hurts, or, you know, it just, you could tell your legs are a little more sore, and your chest has definitely worked a little bit more, the heart and lungs. But yeah, it was about 4,000 feet of elevation. I don't know why it was so funky last night, and then I guess it corrected itself over the night back to what the normal elevation was, or what it should have been. I'm not sure why it did that, but I want to make sure I corrected that for y'all. You know, so being accurate on here. But all right, I'm going to continue on. I don't know how far I'm going today. Could be a short day, get into a hostel, or I might push myself through and take it on anyway. I also have to keep an eye on my food, make sure I have enough to get all the way to Franklin, because this is kind of the last place I would stop to resupply before then. So, all right, carrying on. Well, this is really cool. Just walking along, I look up and see that big mountain up there, and all of a sudden I see a tower up there, and then I realize I'm like 90% sure that that's the tower of Brasstown Bald. I think I see Brasstown Bald right there, right there. It's a big one I climbed a couple days ago. Tallest mountain in Georgia. Well, that makes me feel good, seeing that from a distance and seeing the gigantism. Oh, I make up so many words, but that is the tallest mountain in Georgia, and I climbed it the same day I climbed Blood Mountain. That's cool seeing that. All right, carrying on. So the other day when I climbed Brasstown Bald, this would have been the trail that I would have taken from the Appalachian Trail to Brasstown Bald, which would have been about 10 miles up and down 2 mountains and then back. 20 miles or so just to get back to the AT would have wasted a whole day. I'm glad I did it the way I did it. Right there is where I would have went. That's climbing Jack's Knob and then go down over Jack. But this is the AT. So I don't really feel like doing the Brasstown Bald again. So I made up my mind. It's very cold, but not so much the temperature as much as it is the wind. Had to look at that sign, it confused me for a second. That blaze helped me not be confused. Yeah, it's really windy out, as I heard all night, but I wasn't in it, or it was blocked by the trees I had my tent in. So that made up my mind for me today. Wasn't sure about the rain chance throughout the night. I have one big nemesis. I have a couple nemesises, but one big one when I'm hiking I just don't like. I can hike through cold all day long. I don't like strong winds in the cold. It just, no matter how many layers I have, it goes straight through to my bones. So if I'm walking through cold wind all day, up at 4,000 feet in the air, I'm going to be shivering tonight and might not be able to get warm in the tent. And then you add rain on top of that, which will most likely make my tent have condensation in it. So it'll be a damp 20 degrees. Whew! That might be a little too much for me to want to take today. Or let me put it this way, it is too much for me to want to take today for tonight. So I am going to take my first Nero on the trail this year. What's a Nero, you ask? For those who are new and might not know, a Nero is near a zero. What's a zero, you ask? A zero is when you have no miles for the day. You've taken a day to relax, to do laundry, resupply, in my case, upload videos, all that kind of stuff. So a Nero is where you walk, a short amount of distance to the place you're going to take your zero. Mine today will be about 7 or 8 miles. I'll be there by 11-ish in the morning. So it'll be almost a full day. Be able to, eat a couple nice warm meals and resupply, get a nice hot shower. I would say let the body rejuvenate, but I haven't had a day yet where my body is tired, or sore. I had the calves that were sore that one day, but I think that was more from the stiffness of the cold that night, because once I warmed up, they were fine. I didn't have any issues there. So everything's going good. Everything's going strong. I'm just doing this to be smart for the rain, because there's no rain chance after that for like 5 days. So that's when things will start meaning business. That's when I'm kicking it into another gear. Kind of did that same thing last year. Coming into North Carolina, started doing my 20 plus days. And that's why it's going to be this year, because I want to get to Franklin within 3 days, and I'll be about, 57, I think, miles out at that point from Franklin, so, which is after North Carolina border. But yep, that's the plan today. Going to take a nice day. I think I summited a mountain first. Just went up some kind of mountain or hill there. It was really rocky and bouldery, so that was kind of fun. First time I really had that. You're not really scrambling or anything like that. Just picking the right rock and trying not to bust your ankle into something. Lots of roots too, as you can see. Roots are everywhere, and sometimes those leaves are pretty thick, so you want to watch the step. Make sure you're, not stepping on a weird rock or tripping over a root or something like that. But anyway, just letting you know what I'm doing today, and I think I'll be able to get a ride from where I'm staying into McDonald's. My wife knows me well. Got me a gift card for McDonald's. She knows when I'm out here, I love those greasy burgers and fries. Hits the spot after burning 3, 4, 5, 6,000 calories, in a day, which today is not going to be near that, but still be 2,000 to 3,000 calories, I'm sure. So get some good food in me today. Upload those videos. Maybe I'll have a chance to look at some of the comments on the videos already. Haven't had a chance to do that. I want to try to stay engaged with everybody as much as possible. Not always easy out here, though. Thanks for everybody watching and following. I really appreciate it. And we're going to have a lot of fun out here. I like to show you the trail as if you were right here with me. So here it is today. Cloudy day, windy in some areas. Right now I'm kind of socked in by trees and hills, so the wind isn't too bad right here, but up on top those mountains and hills, they sure are. All right, let's carry on. See that stick right there? It was buried underneath the leaves, and I stepped on it, and because of the curvature, it was just in the right angle where when I stepped on it, it like popped up out of the leaves. I jumped about 2 feet in the air. I don't know why. It's too freaking cold out here for a snake or a rattlesnake or a copperhead or anything like that, but my brain apparently didn't know what was going on. That thing jumped up. I jumped up. I'm like, whoo, it didn't get me. And I'm like, hold on. It's too cold for anything to be out here. And it was a stick. Oh, my goodness. You know, I was thinking after that stick jumped up, scared the tar out of me, that I haven't seen one animal out here. Day 5. And I haven't seen one animal. That is weird. I seen one right off the bat last year. The PCT seen a rattlesnake like 0.1 mile in. Every trail, every mountain I do, it seems like within an hour I see something. I haven't seen a turkey, a deer, anything. I don't know why they're hiding from me. They really need to come out and say hi. Came all this way to say hi to y'all. Come say hi to me. Especially you bears. I know you'll show up, deer. You're all around. But no, I really love my animals, so hopefully I'll see some soon, because day 5, that's way too long to wait to say hi. Standing on the summit of Blue Mountain, one of Georgia's 4,000 footers. No views up top, just in between the trees. You could probably see a few of those mountains in the distance. Back over here, actually right over there, I could see it right through the trees, is Brasstown Bald. But that's in the past now. Now I'm on Blue Mountain. And Blue Mountain is in the bag. The trail. Nice and rocky on this descent. So I'm here in Hiawassee, Georgia for my Nero, staying at a new hostel called Green Dragon. There we got the outside of the bunkhouse. They have chairs set up. I guess they had 8 or 9 hikers here last night, which is quite a few for this time of the year. This is the bunk house here. So you got a teepee, microwave, fridge over there. You have a couple bunks here. And those looks like they do not have the curtains on them. I just now noticed that, but these over here all have the privacy curtains. So you got 4 here. Over here leads to an upstairs to where the living quarters of the owners reside. So they reside right here on the property. Nice little fireplace there. Come down the hall. far as laundry goes, they do the laundry for you. One bathroom and a shower, another bathroom and shower here, and another 4 bunks in here. Really nice place. Very nicely taken care of, and I don't know if it was remodeled or whatnot, but it looks really nice. So I got the loaner clothes and everything. The cool thing about it is they actually provide a nice warm dinner and a nice warm breakfast. So really reasonable rates. When you come through Hiawassee, you have Around the Bend, which is where I stayed last year. But then you also have this one now. So you have a couple choices here. So they can sleep up to 10. And this is the community room, like I already showed you. And then we go out here. Again, to kind of the outside hangout places. And there's another hangout place over here. I'll just go this way. You can go up and down those stairs to get there, but they have these rocks here. Hopefully I can go this way. Makes me feel like I'm back on a trail. And this is where the dinner and breakfast is served. Here's Bonnie. This is one of the owners and host of the place. Very nice property. Have a good time staying here, so check it out when you're coming through. Really nice place. And then up here, thought this was funny when I came in. They'll pick you up, by the way, at Unicoi Gap or Dix Creek Gap and bring you in. That's all included. Fortune favors the brave. I really like that one. I don't know why, though. But definitely check it out. It's a nice place. Very, very comfy, very homey. And the food sounds amazing. I haven't had it yet. I had McDonald's for my lunch. The McDonald's was amazing. And they drove me there to pick that up and then to resupply some more snacks for the next few days as I go into North Carolina. So I'm ready to go. Just going to rest today and eat and get some sleep and head back out in the morning. But I really like that one. All right, y'all. Have a good night. See you in the morning. Live life.